Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Just a really quick request, if you're enjoying the content and you'd like to see more, please do me a big favor and pop a like on this video, hit subscribe and turn on notifications for when I next upload. Now what I'm going to be going over today is just basic support and resistance, probably the bane of most traders' life. I know there's a lot of information out there in terms of how do we draw it, where do we put our support, where do we put our resistance. And there's a huge misconception that I'm starting to notice with a lot of traders is that they're using the high time frames to find their support and resistance, and they're zooming out way too far. What then happens is they start to look for major areas on the market where they see price respecting, and what they tend to do is just continuously put lines on lines on lines on their chart, and then eventually, before you know it, by the time they get down to their entry time frame, they've got about 15-20 different support and resistance zones. So we're just going to clear this misconception up. We're going to make this super simple, and I hope this will help you out moving forward and hopefully give you the success that you're looking for. So all we're simply going to do is we're going to drop down to our line chart. Now guys, we're not going to be taking all this information to the left. I want you to start with current price action, where price is trading at the moment. I simply just want you to look for a level in the market where price has once come to before and bounced off extremely strong rally into the upside. Again, we'll take our resistance levels and we'll look here. What we can see is a major resistance level. When price was coming to this resistance level, we had a huge rally to the downside. Again, we had this rally to the upside and then this huge rally to the downside. Now, take note that even if price is not here yet, we're still going to be looking at this area on the market as a potential area where price may be accumulating and looking to rally the market back to the upside. Now obviously your systems are going to be different, everyone's going to trade them differently, so however your entries are taken and whatever signals or candle formations or patterns you're looking for, make sure that they're in and around the support levels that you've seen drawn here. Once you finish with your higher time frame, we move to a time frame just below that. Now what we're focusing on is the range, which is up here at 33.22, and our support down here, which is at 30.16. And now we're going to start to look for levels within this range that look like very strong support and resistance zone. So now, we're not going to be taking too much information from the left. We're going to stay focused on current price action, where we see price is holding at resistance or support. Now looking slightly to left on this, we have an area on the market where price found resistance. Again, as I said, it doesn't need to come exactly to it for price to rally off. But we see resistance, we see resistance, and we see resistance. Again, we'll come up here and we'll take a look at this information just slightly to the left, and we'll take into account all this information here. And what we can see is support, support, continued support, and resistance at this level. Now, price is trading in and around this area of the market. If we measure with our ruler and we'll push price all the way up to this zone, this is about 170 pips away from where price is at now. So technically, we don't need to be looking for support and resistance zones in and around this area, because what we need to focus on is what's happening down here. Moving over to our final time frame, which will be our entry time frame. Again, this will be different for everybody. We now can go back to our candle chart. Now, as you can see on this candle chart, we see price bouncing off of our support level. And you're going to ask, well, hold on a minute, does this count as support? Well, remember guys, we're looking at this area on the market as not a singular line, but as an area where price has come to before and shows signs that it's failing to break below and create new lower lows. What we can do in this instance is we can just slightly adjust to account for as many wicks as possible, slash bodies, and key areas on the market where price has come to and rallied off. Again, we can do the same for current price action, and by the looks of it, I think we've got this nailed down to a T. Strong resistance and continued strong resistance. So we can move this up here. Okay. Now, looking back at previous price action, let's go back to our 4-hourly time frame. Let's use our replay button and let's go back as far as 5 days ago. Okay. Now, once we've drawn this resistance in, you can see guys how we're accounting for these wicks here. We're accounting for this price action, this price action, and this price action. What we're waiting for in this market structure is for price to either push back to the downside, show signs of exhaustion, and look to see this market rally back to the upside. And if this doesn't happen, then we're just simply look for price to come back to this resistance, show signs of exhaustion, and then rally back to the downside. Now notice the support and resistance levels are very, very smooth. We're not taking into account too much information up here. It's only going to be relevant if price pops and breaks to the upside and shows clear signs of bullish momentum. And again, for our structural levels below, we're only going to be looking for a break of the structure and then make a decision where we're going to look for potential targets. Now, I want you to notice within this range, from where price is at support to resistance is 129 pips. And most people, on average, let's just say, for argument's sake, are using around 15 to 30 pip stop losses. If you're going for a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, you definitely have enough range here to look to enter this market. All you're patiently doing, guys, is waiting for price to come back to your resistance levels and show signs of struggle. Now, if you're not confident with the signals that you get that are being given to you, then you simply just wait and be more patient for price to give you more evidence, i.e. in this instance, of rejection at and in around the key level. Once you have this evidence on the market, clearly you're not going to be entering with a huge stop loss like this, but you'll be focusing on trying to make sure you get in with the momentum of this market. And we see here strong bearish pressure. Now, this is not about being right every single time. This is about repeating the process over and over again. Eventually, if your system is true and that you've mastered it and you've practiced it and it has positive results, then as long as you're drawing your support and resistance levels correctly and waiting patiently, you'll get the results that you want to get. Now, in an instance like this, this is how price is finished for the day. And clearly, you just be waiting for more evidence to see now if this market is going to continue to rally to the downside. So very simple. This is how I draw my support and resistance. And hopefully, this will be good for you to see how you can really, really use these support levels to maximize your profits and consistency in the market. There'll be more videos coming out soon, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And once again, if you did, please leave us a like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications for future videos. Take care for now.